Mic check 1 2 1 2.
My sweet waifu.
Is that you?
One way or another.
Mic check, waifu. Telle, is that you?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Bro?
How we doing?
Living the dream, man. Living the dream. Sometimes I forget that. Sometimes you may forget that this is also an audio podcast.
I know. I was dancing. I got hyped, but I got nothing. What's up? I gotta say some words.
Yeah. This is Mic check, waifu, episode 49.
49. Yeah.
49. 50 is a milestone, bro.
It's a big milestone. We're almost on the year.
Yeah, we almost on the year. Still coming. Mic check, waifu is brought to you by Lube Complex. Make sure y'all go to lubecomplex.com. Use the offer code waifu. Some great stuff on that shop. Now, I do have to say this. Forego warning. Lube Complex stuff is shipping out a little slower than usual, obviously because of the whole corona situation. So keep that in mind whenever you do an order. It may be a little bit later than expected, but make sure you keep that in mind whenever you order something for Lube Complex. But check out the merch there. It's dope, as always. Also, shout out to our Patreon producers, Monique Williams, Connor, and D Prince. We appreciate y'all so very much. And all of our Patreon supporters. You all keep the lights on for this show, and we appreciate that so very much every month. It means a lot to us. If you're interested, go to patreon.com/miccheckwaifu. We have some great dope rewards there, including another podcast that we do called The After Story, which we just released a couple of things. We released the After Story special, which is one-on-one with my brother. And then me and Telle just released one on Saturday as well. So make sure you guys check that stuff out there. But we got a real big show for you today, a real dope show for you today. I'm super excited about this one because we both watched a lot of anime and we are about to talk about it. So, first and foremost, I'm going to tell you now, there isn't going to be a One Piece update this week. I had to take a break. The Fishman arc was weighing me down. It's hard to get through, but I'm glad I took a break because I watched a lot of other stuff that we're going to talk about a little bit later. But Telle, what's going on, man?
So, as you said, we both been watching a lot of anime. I got not Demon Slayer, because I was thinking about Demon Slayer's manga, but I got Gleipnir, I got not Cash Transcendence, Tower of God, I got Hajime no Ippo, Steins Gate, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
That's a lot.
Hidotora no Shura. It's some stuff out here I'm watching.
That's way more than me, though. I ain't gonna lie. But I watched quite a few things. Like I finished Mob Psycho 2. I started and did a lot of watching the Food Wars. Gleipnir, of course. And I still haven't started Steins Gate yet, but we worry about that next week. This is the week where I got to worry about that because we're reviewing it next week. For those of you that don't know, we're reviewing Steins Gate next week. So that is a required watch. So make sure it's 2 seasons. You had 2 weeks to watch it. Steins Gate and Steins Gate 0. Steins Gate first and then Steins Gate 0 second. But Telle, dude, we do got to say this. We had a freaking blast. From the night we're recording this, just last night, we were on the Blanime podcast. That shit was epic.
It just felt smooth, bro.
It was so smooth.
it didn't feel pressured. We just went in and it felt like we were just talking, having a good casual conversation about stuff that we really enjoy. Yeah. It was dope. It was comfortable.
It was so comfortable. So comfortable. I mean, for those of you that aren't hip to Blanime, you probably should be. Another dope anime podcast featuring some Black creators, but it was just so much fun, man. That episode, I think they said Friday next week is going to drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Friday next week we're featuring on their podcast, and we also gonna have them on ours. So that's gonna be a special day, special episode because Yeah, we got something planned for that. You want to tell them now, or you want to wait?
I mean, I think it's cool to say it now because it's a cool concept.
For sure. And it gives people time to also watch it as well for those of you who haven't. So for when Blanna may feature on our podcast, which I believe is going to be episode 51.
Yes.
2 weeks from this episode, essentially. We're going to do a double review, basically, of a show that they just started watching because they haven't seen it yet. And a show that we watched. And I'm a spoiler alert. It's in my top 10. Made in Abyss. It's fantastic. Made in Abyss is probably one of the best like anime soundtracks out there too for me.
I can't disagree with that. It's
incredible, and the show is just insane. It fucking blows your mind in a lot of different twists and turns. So we're gonna go ahead. What's up?
I had Made in Abyss on this morning when I did my morning workout, and like I was like really getting into the music, like just like listening to the different moments that they had in the music. It's nice, bro. It's
the transitions and shit too, dude. It's insane. But yeah, we're gonna do a double review. We're gonna use the Mic Check Waifu official review scale, see what they give it, and go from there. Put it all together.
So we're gonna have a Mic Check Waifu rating, a Blanime rating, and then we'll have a collaborative rating to kind of see what we all think about it as a group. If it holds up, obviously it's still gonna be in Polow top 10. Like I said, my top 10 gonna change next week, so it might be in my top 10 too as soon as I finish watching it again. I think it's already in my top 10 anyway. I
think it was, if I remember correctly. I don't know. We'll talk about that during our anniversary episode, which we're going over our top 10s, and Telle's gonna bring some top 5 or is it? Do you have top 10 mangas?
I could. I would only prefer top 5 because after the 5, it's like I don't really care that much about that manga, but you know.
Right. So yeah, I can't wait. That year episode is gonna be fire. I'm so looking forward to it. All right. So where do you want to start, Tell?
Kind of some bad news.
What you got?
So Demon Slayer ended today.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's bad news.
I got spoiled on the ending.
Oh no!
Not like so. The way it ends though, like it's not really like a spoiler. It's low key like it's almost disappointing, but it's not like a spoiler. It's more like this is the resolution. This is how everything ends without like everything really ended the last chapter before, I guess, because I don't really know what happened in the last chapter. I don't know. I know that they was fighting, obviously, and that's the end. And in this chapter is, hey, this is a time skip.
So it ends on the time skip?
Basically.
Oh, no.
But that's all I know. Well, I mean, I know more. I don't want to spoil it too much. But as you know, go on Twitter, you see spoilers, especially if you're into manga. Now, that's the thing, though. I think we talked about this, is that Demon Slayer literally only had 1 season. And what they have about enough for like 5 seasons, I guess.
Oh, is that what they said?
It's something like that. But we got 1 movie and possibly like 4 more seasons to go. So it's like, bro, you dropping spoilers this soon into the game. It's about to be hard out here for us, Polow.
Yo, be careful, y'all. Be careful. Stay away from those not time skips, but those Twitters when shit like this drop, because I haven't seen it, thank God. Like, and I don't do anything I see with Demon Slayer in it, I just avoid like the plague. Like I don't even glance at a panel that they might have posted any of that shit. So
I didn't even see the words, bro. I just was scrolling and I saw a picture and I was like, what the fuck is this? This artwork is cool. I click on it and I'm just like, that looked like
nope.
I don't know how that is.
Can't do it. You can't click, bro. You can't click.
I was hurt, but it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm staying away from that. Stay as far away from that as possible.
Other than that, I've been watching one of my favorite anime, Hajime no Ippo. I wanted to talk about character development today, but I actually think we should save that. We're going to save that for a later day.
Okay.
But Hajime no Ippo, in my opinion, has some of the best character development in terms of like just a character growing into themselves, like showing you different than what he thought he was. I love it. It makes me hype because you go from seeing Ippo be the most basic of boxers to like utilizing everything. Like there's nothing that's wasted in this show. Like there's no moment that feels wasted. Like, you know how sometimes there's a moment and you're just like, this is not what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
But like it kind of like what we talked about with other anime where they sprinkle in hints of things and then later on in the future it comes back to show you exactly why it meant something.
Yes.
Ippo does that 100%, and I just love it. It's in my top 10 for sure. When I'm finished, it might be back in my top 5, but it's in my top 10 for sure. I know that without a doubt. As well as watching Steins Gate right now.
How far?
So I am
without spoilers, of course,
halfway through the first like 25 episodes.
Okay, so about 12, 13 episodes in.
Yeah. I don't necessarily feel hooked.
That's shocking.
Like, I don't feel hooked, but
it's really shocking.
I don't know what it is. It's like, it's not bad at all. Like I watch it and it's not like I'm not entertained, but I don't feel hooked. Like I don't feel like it's like teeth, like wolf teeth hanging into, like biting into me and saying, you got to watch this.
But are you like, how can I say this? Because it's another one of those shows where it's like Fire Force, right? Where it's always something inside of an episode. There's always something that then again.
From the first episode, yeah, I've been looking at that because I figured that's one of your favorite things of the show. So I've been looking at that.
And boy, it gets wild.
I am enjoying it. Yes, I am certainly enjoying it. But I'm waiting for like the thing that says,
I get you.
I got you.
I understand.
Like, that's all I'm waiting for. But it's like, it's not bad by any means. There's nothing I hate about it. There's nothing. I think it looks good. I think the dub sounds great. Like I'm not disappointed with the dub except for, I think Mayuri is the only voice actor.
Oh, I love her. Like. I love Mayuri's voice, dude. Why?
And who else? Wait, I think there is one more person. Luca. Is Luca the one that's a boy? Yes.
Yeah. His voice is great too. Oh,
to me, those two voice actors are not my favorite in the dub.
I love them so much. But
I was saying on Blanime that the sub to me, I'm so happy I'm not watching the sub because the sub made it worse. Like the sub almost made the first episode unbearable. Yeah. Like I watched the first like 4 or 5 episodes in subs and it felt like I was watching just like monotony. Yeah. It didn't feel good.
Because it's so much.
The dub feels like it has the proper energy, the proper vibe.
Right. And like it's an information dump too, and I'm gonna talk about that a little later. But it's a lot of information quickly in those like first 4 or 5 episodes that then turns into something like it. Then it slows down, but it slows down for a reason because the ramp up is it's pretty fucking crazy, bro.
It's off the wall.
It's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get crazy for sure. And the same with Steins Gate Zero.
Yeah, I don't, like I said, right now, I don't mind it at all. Like, I feel like it's at that point where like what, I think like 5 episodes ago, Kurisu, they were talking about 5 or 6 episodes ago, they were talking about that computer. And she's like, oh, as soon as this computer doesn't work, I'm not going to be here anymore. And I'm just like, shut up. Stop talking. Let's just, we know, I guess this is me like knowing like, this has to happen. So I'm waiting for them to actually get through the computer. I love though, like, and I know this is wrong. What's his name? Itaru. I love him.
Yeah, dude. He's dope.
He's so honestly the worst. He's the worst, but I love him. Like he'd be like, just say, I want you to squeeze it harder one more time. It's like, come on, bro, just relax, bro. But chill, I do enjoy his character because it's like I guess he's like being himself.
Yeah, 100. Dude, he's so naturally just a weeb. It's so great. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Yeah, I can't wait to review that next week. I need to start watching it. I haven't started watching it yet because I've been watching a bunch of stuff, and one of those things I've been watching was Food Wars.
Mm-hmm.
I started it. I finished season 1, which is 24 episodes, and I finished season 2, which is another 13. So I went ham. I went off. So Food Wars and then Food Wars Second Plate I finished, and I must say, the first season. What was it? It wasn't that I didn't like it. It got a little bit hard to enjoy because it was just a literally, fuck. It was just an information dump.
Mm-hmm.
It was so many characters that they gave so much backstory to that you just don't give a fuck about.
Yeah, it was too much.
It was too much. It was just too much. Like, it was just so much. The best part about the show is absolutely the food fights or whatever, Food Wars, and then the music. Yeah, the music that goes along with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, the music is so good. It's so fucking good, dude. Like when they play that little guitar riff every time he's like explaining a dish or something like that, that shit is just so great. The whole over exaggeration of them describing the food, that got old because a lot of the characters repeated the same thing the previous character said. Like it was a lot of that. It was, let's say it was one of the judges. One of the judges would explain how the flavor feels, and then it go to an over exaggeration of another judge saying the exact same fucking thing, just using different words. It was like, oh, okay. He literally just said the same thing. It's like a marshmallow fluff that just doesn't go away, blah blah blah. And then the other guy was like, it's like a cloud and I'm dancing in the moon. It's too
the
much.
Same thing, just different words. Yeah.
Yes, it's the same shit over and over. I don't like the high school girls, like the freshman high school girls' clothes popping off. And I'm an ecchi fan. Like it's always something about the underage girls. But when it's them adults though, it's cool. But the underage girls, I can't rock with that shit. I don't like it.
They'll get to that soon.
Yeah. And then the second season was probably the most perfect paced show ever because it was right to the point. It was right to the meat and potatoes, literally and figuratively.
Yeah, they had to build that up though with the first
I know.
season. Like they wouldn't be able to get to that action like that without.
But
like,
they could have though, man. They could have. It was a lot of shit that was wasted.
How did the first season end? I can't remember.
The first season ended with him being selected to go to the was it fall selection?
Okay. And how did the second season end?
The second season ended with him coming into second place and then passing his what they call it. I forget what they call it. He passed some test.
He had to go to the diner with the.
It was Shino. He went to Shino's restaurant that opened up in Tokyo.
Yeah, so I love that part.
Yeah, that part was ill.
That was my shit. I was like, let's go, because like that's where one of those things where like character growth.
Yes,
like it wasn't a lot of episodes, but it was like literally he went in with the intent of like, I know that I'm like I have to grow, even if I'm the best like right now. Like I'm not gonna be the best forever, and I have to grow. I loved that whole moment.
Him as a main character, period, is fantastic. He's a great main character. His like for real, like he from where he started to how he handles situations to even when people hate him or hate on him, they don't fuck with him. Like it don't bother me. Okay, all right, I'll get better. I'll take that and I'll learn from it and I'll move on. His character to me is one of my favorite main characters in the shonen, probably since Deku. Yeah. Like he's great.
He takes his lumps.
Yep.
And it's like to me, because of, I guess, the type of show it is, when he makes something that's random, it doesn't really seem like an ass pull. But it also seems really cool, like, because you see those moments where he makes something that's just absolutely horrible, but he does that in his free time. Like, he knows what's shitty, but he does it in his free time just to, like, fuck around.
Yeah.
And I love... Like they even do that. Like he's a chef, so why not experiment? Even if he knows it's bad, he has to know what's bad to be a good chef.
Right.
I don't know. There's a lot of cool concepts in that. I'm very happy you're watching it. I'm still surprised you're watching it though.
Really?
Yeah. Like I knew it was ecchi, and I knew you would like the ecchi. but it's also like high school girl ecchi. So I know that ain't it. But everybody's shirts be popping off. So I guess it's not really like bad.
Yeah.
But
like when he was the first episode, obviously he was still in middle school, so he was still in his hometown, and the chick tasted the rice. I'm like, oh, okay, that's too much. That's too much.
He said, okay, all right, yep, that's a bit extreme, right?
It's there. A little bit too much.
And then like you got the flame girl who is clearly black, but she's Japanese or whatever.
Yeah,
and her whole body, she got like the coldest body on the show. Yeah. It's like, come on, bro. She's solid. She is solid 14 years old.
And I like the fact that she's crushing on Soma, but like she doesn't understand it yet. Like that, I enjoy too. I enjoy that a lot. I hope in later seasons that it's some actual like romance building, and some relationships being formed. I doubt it because it's a shonen. You know how they do.
I might have to add this to my manga list because I did read the manga too.
Did you really? Yeah, I don't know. I'll see. I guess I'll see. Do they got a time skip?
No, the manga is ending.
Oh, rip the dream.
Yeah, he didn't want it. They didn't want it to continue and get bad.
No, I feel that. Because there's only so much you could do in a show like this, especially.
Yeah. They'd have to expand the world to something almost entirely different. And then how many recipes can you do, you know?
Exactly. So, I mean, yeah, 21 minutes in. You want to take a quick break and come back with some more anime talk?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. So first, before we take our quick break, we're going to recommend a couple of anime for you. I think I started last week.
So this week, I talk a lot about this, and it's actually an anime. I don't think I recommended it before, but I want to recommend it this time. Casher and Sins.
You recommended it to me a long time ago. I think it was like our second episode.
It's a remake of original Casher. Casher and Sins is essentially, think of you're in this post-apocalyptic world where humans and cyborgs had this big battle. And basically the only thing that's left is really just cyborgs. You see almost no humans left in this world. And every robot or cyborg that Casher sees hates him, but Casher can't even remember who or what he is. So he's walking around this apocalyptic world that's almost like just a wasteland. And he only has one friend, which is his robotic dog. And essentially, he has to kind of figure out and decipher how he's going to make it through this world and why everyone hates him. What is this evil daunting over him? Why, it's a very interesting series. I 100% think it's worth a watch. I'm not going to say it's like a 9, but it's low key like a 7.5 or 8. It's a good series. Art style is very vibrant and pretty. Fire.
Dope. That's a good one. My recommendation is going to be Persona 5, the animation. Now, I recommended this because not a lot of people have time to put 250 hours into a JRPG PlayStation game, but it's based off the PlayStation 4 exclusive JRPG called Persona 5. Persona 5 is one of my favorite JRPGs of all time, because of the storytelling, what you do in it, because you live the life of a high school student, and that plays an important role in the JRPG elements of it. But the story of Persona 5 is a extremely dark and gritty ass story that plays on like alternate universes or alternate realities in a way that I haven't seen done in the show. Obviously, other than Steins Gate, but that's more of a time travel element. But this is more of like, how can I say this without spoiling it? It looks at the dark side of people. So, for instance, I'm gonna give an example. Okay, the very start of the show, the very first thing you deal with is a teacher who abuses students, and that's about as far as I'm gonna get into it. The teacher abuses students, and he makes pass on high school girls. It's that dark and deep. Persona 5, the animation is legit one of the great ones. The video game is great. I haven't seen the anime myself, but I know what the story is, obviously, because I play the game. Yeah. But I think it's worth the watch. Very much so. And the animation is fucking gorgeous. Music is outstanding. It has like a Japanese jazz type soundtrack, which is legit like a funk jazz to it. It's dope. It's dope. Check it out. And yeah. And with that, we'll come back with some more anime that we watched, including my thoughts on Mob Psycho 2. Tell thoughts on some other stuff. What else you watch? You said?
I watched Gleipnir.
Yeah.
And well, I think we should both talk about Gleipnir in general. Tower of God.
For sure.
We can talk about all three of those.
Let's do it. So when we come back, we got some more to talk about, and we'll see y'all soon. Welcome back to Mic Check Waifu episode 49. Hey, do us a favor. Subscribe on iTunes and rate for us. If you can rate for us, that would mean a whole heck of a lot. That'd be great. Check out the Mic Check Waifu Teespring shop. All our podcast merch is there. The link is in the show notes, or just go to teespring.com/stores/Mic Check Waifu. Now, Tell. Let's roll into some more anime we watched. I want to say I finished Mob Psycho 2. Mob Psycho 2 was so much better than Mob Psycho. It's like above and beyond as far as like its storytelling goes. The story is phenomenal in Mob Psycho 2. I feel like it's so well paced. It's the one problem I have with Mob Psycho is that I am not a big fan of its animation. I think its animation to me is super subpar. And a lot of it. And like there are scenes that kind of captivate you with his animation. And I will say, I will give recognition to the fact that when they were fighting, probably like, I think it's the last episode or the second to last episode, when it was it was about 4 or 5 of the former Scar people fighting one of the newer Scar dudes. It's the Scar dude that can teleport. When they were fighting him, and they show like the dude aiming with his gun, and he like, all that animation was beautiful. But it's the other shit that I just can't stand. Like when they try to do a whole environment throw up all over the screen, it just don't look tangible to me. Like you could barely make out what the fuck is happening. You just see a body flying and a whole bunch of square bricks popping up off the ground. Like it's not that special to me. I could see they put in a lot of work though. They had a lot of effort. I just don't think it looked good in my personal opinion. It's just my personal opinion. Sorry. I understand if you hate me. But it's not great.
So outside of animation, how do you feel about like the ending of that fight?
It was great, man. The big broccoli sprouting up. That shit was funny because he had the broccoli seeds in his pocket when he went fucking rage mode. What was it? What did they call it? I forget what they called it.
I thought it was 100% rage, but
yeah.
I thought it was like, I really liked the concept that like Mob, even though he was like kind of changing in the middle of that fight, he came back to his like senses.
Yeah.
And he was like, look, you are basically exploding with power and you're going to explode.
Yep.
And spoiler alert, he kind of like sits down with him and is like, I just can't in good conscience, let you like suffer alone. Right. And like Mob is like he's my personal favorite kind of main character in that regard, because like, although I'm super like outgoing and like talking to people, like Mob likes being around people. He just don't necessarily got to be the one talking all the time.
Yep.
So like I kind of relate to that, and like I don't think I could personally see even somebody, if I like had to fight you, I don't think I could see someone truly suffering and be like, all right, I'm just gonna let you sit there and suffer in your own.
Right. Yeah, man. I love how he handles his situations, right? I also love the bodybuilding club. They're awesome. They're awesome as shit. The whole world, even Reagan this season was so much better than he was in the first season. Because if you remember correctly, when I talked about Mob Psycho, I talked about how much I hated Reagan, but he's even a better character. And
they kind of made him like almost develop himself, because Mob was like, I'm tired of your shit, bro.
Straight up. And they were separated for literally like 6-7 episodes. That shit was great, man. And when he got exposed as a fake too. When he got exposed as a fake psychic, the way he handled that press conference had me like, oh shit, Reagan's dope.
He is though.
Yeah.
He is the man. He figures it out.
Yep.
But that he's just clever and he's manipulative. And I think Mob let him know that. It was like, this is who you are, and I'm not dealing with that no more.
Yeah. And didn't Mob say he already knew he was a fraud too?
Yeah, from the beginning. But Mob is a psychic. He can tell who's a psychic.
Yep.
So it's like he knew, but Mob was too like nice and too like.
Not only that, he also was learning from Reagan, even though
he was learning more life experiences, and he was trying to. I think what he learned from Reagan on the psychic side was more or less like not to use it against people.
Yes,
it was like more like morals than anything.
Yep, I appreciate it all, man. I appreciate that way of storytelling. After you get past the art style, it's a great show. And
if you like the art style, don't get past it. Just enjoy it.
Yeah, if you like it, for sure. The art style is awful to me though. In my personal, this shit.
Yeah, I like it.
I can't stand.
It's not my favorite, but I like. I've always been a big fan of like rough drawing. Like when I was in college doing artwork, like all of my artwork would be like this rough. You would see my pencil lines, and the image itself was super refined, but the outside of the image where the border was and stuff like that would have these rough, sometimes squiggly lines, and I loved it. It made me feel like my artwork was unique because there was like only one other person who would possibly even do anything similar, and it was normally like cross hatching, so it didn't look the same.
Yeah.
But that's why I like Mob Psycho's art. One Punch Man's art to me is worse than Mob Psycho's, but One Punch Man's art is way cleaner than Mob Psycho's. I think I like Mob Psycho because it's intentional. It's not like they just said I'm going to cut budget on animation. It's intentional. That's probably why I like it.
When the last time you seen One Punch Man's art though? It's art, like, and animation is fucking top tier, bro.
Like 2 months ago, maybe a month ago.
It's top tier from the back. Like it's almost like I'm looking at a picture right now. When he goes like One Punch Man, it's so fucking dope, and the characters all around Saitama also looks fantastic. Like I don't know, their character designs are incredible.
I'm not knocking that at all. I'm not saying that's bad. I just feel like the stylistic decision of Mob Psycho to me is better. Whereas One Punch Man almost seems like it's the same thing, just more refined and just normal. Yeah. It doesn't feel special because every anime is doing something like that.
Right.
My Hero with Studio Bones, it's the same studio, is cleaner and in my opinion looks better and just has the same animation team. So it's fine.
Yeah.
Black Clover don't look that good, but we're not talking about Black Clover right now. We're talking about Mob Psycho.
Yeah.
But
I feel like I feel like I gave a good piece on Blind Man about Black Clover, right?
I feel like you spoke your mind and it was valid.
Yeah. I know I'm gonna get some ads after that episode drop.
It's okay, bro. I got your back always. So I've been watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah, it could be me.
First of all, Blaname lied to me. It's talking about it's 12 episodes, and it's not. The first season is 25 episodes.
Oh no!
Unless it's not really like 2 parts or something like that. If it's just like the first part is 25 12 episodes, but they like split it up and say this is 1 part, this is 2 part.
That's how they 25 did episodes.
The first 12 episodes or so is actually so like the beginning of the show, like I said, hot garbage, hot doo-doo fire, straight dookie in a can. But like it's interesting nonetheless because basically our main character, as I see it, he is Dracula, right? And he's going around doing Dracula-esque stuff.
Okay.
Being a douchebag. Dio, like I said on Blaname, I still solidly 100% want to give Dio the hands. Like, I cannot enough emphasize how bad I want Dio to catch an elbow. I want him to catch a knee. I want him to catch a Spartan kick into a bottomless pit. I want a shark to bite his sack off. I'm not feeling Dio in the slightest, bro. Like, if I met anyone and his name was Dio, he's getting hands right off the bat.
Is he a villain?
He is the villain. He is more annoying and irritating than Frieza.
Yeah.
More confident than if you mix Frieza and Cell into one.
Mm-hmm.
And then just said like just be an asshole to specifically that guy. Like not I mean you can be an asshole to everyone, but I really want you to just like torture the life out of that guy. It's like, come on, bro. Like he's entitled and oh my God. So all right, so look. I don't know if Dio becomes a better villain. I don't know. But right now, he's a self-entitled, righteous asshole who deserves every bit of hate. But the show itself actually isn't that bad. The fight scenes, they're not really like over the top fight scenes, at least not yet, right? So like it's mad extra, super dramatized. And JoJo, I actually don't dislike JoJo. He's just average as a main character right now. I like the concept of like how their power works though. So they use what's called Hammond, and what it is essentially you breathe and it controls like solar power that goes like you control your breathing, allows you to resonate your blood with heat. And and produce power that way. And Dio is a vampire, so he doesn't want anything that has to do with like solar power or heat. So you could the thing is that Dio is a vampire. He creates zombies. How you kill him is you destroy his brain with like the heat, solar power kind of stuff.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they could have just said you got chakra or chi or ki or magical powers. I don't know.
This shit sounds
anything,
bananas.
but I'm waiting for the moment it gets like good, because right now it's like average, like mad average.
I think because I think what they were saying, I think they split it up like Clannad, because you know how Clannad is. Clannad and his story 1, or I think it's called book 1 or something like that, and then book 2.
Yeah,
but that's still part of this first season, so I think it's separated like that, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I don't know shit about Mojo Jojo's Bizarre, whatever the fuck, because I would never watch it.
If it gets good, I'm gonna be salty. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be mad if this show actually gets good. Right now, it's just average at best. Like, I would put this below many anime that I would think are average.
Is it in our negative score range yet, or no?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Not negative. It's not half as bad. Not a third as bad as Demon Lord Retry.
Let's do a King Telliano impromptu, just overall number. What would you give it?
6.
Wow. Okay, so if that's a Telle number, then a Polow number would probably be like a 5, maybe a 4.5.
6. And it's not like the music isn't that bad. The only thing that really, like, the music makes me laugh at the end of every episode, because I feel like I'm getting rickrolled.
Is it Casey and JoJo yet?
That dun, 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 and it's like, you know, you've heard it before, but it's like, it's the super memeable music. It's super meme music. And it's like, the show, I feel like it's a comedy, bro. Like, I laugh at it, but it's not like great. Like, it's funny. And the animation outside of their super chiseled jawline and stuff like that isn't that bad. I just need more right now.
Yeah.
Like, I need more.
Yeah. Wow. Oof. I don't know about that one, Chief. I'm shocked that you actually watching it, to be honest.
No, I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna finish it, and I need to be able to, like, if I hate it, I need to be able to talk my shit and say like, yo, this is trash, bro. And I gave it a chance because y'all said it was good and it was garbage.
So many people say it's good too. I saw CJ on Twitter like, hey, finally watching it, huh?
Right. First of all, where you come from?
Exactly.
For a month and a half.
He never on Twitter.
Right. All right. Yeah. So you want to start talking about Tower of God?
Yeah, that all I watched. Food Wars, Mob Psycho 2. Yeah, that's it. Tower of God and Gleipnir. Yep. All right. Let's do Tower of God first.
So this episode of Tower of God started off with what? The Jihad princess is fighting?
Yeah, that fight like wrapping up essentially.
Yeah. We had already basically found out that Anak is not really the princess of Jihad. We had already found out she's a daughter. We see them falling off of that pillar or whatever.
Yeah, spoilers for Tower of God, by the way.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad.
That's all good.
And basically, they fall, hurt themselves, and boom. She's kind of figuring out, like, did she asked, what's her name? Endorsi asked Anak, was it worth it? Did she think it was worth it? Was she happy with the decision she made?
Yeah.
You know?
First and foremost, do you think this episode was good?
I think it was important for, like, detail.
Yes.
But it wasn't like it was the most fire episode, you know?
Right.
Like,
right.
We've clearly had better episodes. We had episodes with even more detail, but this is just explaining things that we needed to know.
Yeah. That was this episode was not very memorable.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember a lot of it. But I do know that it does still do its great storytelling beats where it's dropping little hints of here, little hints of there. Like at the end was fucking fire if I remember correctly, because
yeah.
Damn, do I remember it? Fuck.
Yeah, so they were playing tag with the instructor.
That's it. Yes, they were playing tag with the instructor, and they tried to do something creative, and the instructor wasn't having that shit.
Apparently, it was supposed to be team versus team, but the instructor switched it up and said, "I'll be the it person," and came in and was like, "All right, this is how we gonna play," and they just like, okay, this is going to be low-key difficult because we got a ranker. Rankers are obvious people who finished going through the tower already, meaning that they're already super powerful. So, like, literally, these kids and people stand no chance against him. But, you know, unless they're already rankers or, like, for instance, Princesses of Jihad. But even, like, the Princesses of Jihad and whatnot, they are not necessarily the strongest rankers because they still have to get to the top to truly claim, like, ranker status.
Exactly. I just hope that we get to see some Bam action in this tag match, because I feel like Bam is so latent, so like his power is so just undercover right now, and I need to see more of it. I need to, because I'm seeing everybody else around him, which has still been dope storytelling, still great progression with that, but I need to see him pop off like one good time.
Do you need it though?
Yeah, I need it.
Cause here's the thing. Is my opinion is I love how they're doing it, because I remember reading the manhwa of this, and I love like when he actually popped off, it felt like a whole new show. Yeah. A whole new series I was reading. It didn't even feel like it was the same thing, because it was like once he gets into the swing of things, it almost is like it's way different than think of Midoriya getting all for or one for all. It's way different. It's like
or Kaneki changing up.
It's not even the same, because like he doesn't change. He doesn't become like a bad guy, you know, or he doesn't. Yeah. He's not scared of what he can do. So when it gets to that point, you're gonna be like, wait. It's gonna be consistently just like I'm Bam. I am. And I mean that's where he's at right now, but he doesn't understand what or who he is and how he does stuff. Apparently,
his name isn't Bam; it's Bon.
Yeah, Bomb.
Yeah, which we heard in the dub version. The dub version fucking sounds clean. It blew me back. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. I was shocked.
Sound better than Demon Slayer that just ended today.
Fuck that shit, dude. Demon Slayer was, oh my, every time. Why would they choose whoever they choose for Tanjiro? Like if Tanjiro was decent, bro, I don't. How
that's who you gotta hear talk the most.
I know, but how can you ruin it though? There's so many other characters, like the main voice actor in fucking Food Wars. That MC is dope. I think it's the same dude that do Bleach, which is the same dude that does Bomb, right? I think it's all the same character. Which Johnny fucking he's a beast. He's a beast.
Oh, I mean,
I'm shocked because I was not expecting it to be good. Anytime there is a popular anime, every time there is a popular anime, the voice acting for the dub always turns out to be absolute garbo.
Or it's really good.
Or yeah, it's like it's never a
in between. You can't have like, oh, okay, it's okay. I can deal with this.
Exactly.
It's either I can't deal with this or I love this.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. You're right about that.
Like One Piece.
Both of them are terrible though. I can't wait to get further.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. Gleipnir though. So
oh my gosh, yes.
To me, Gleipnir deserves some talking about.
Yes. I must say this episode was it was weird like always, but I liked it a lot, man.
It started off in like a weird we're picking up where we left off phase.
Mm-hmm.
But
it completely 180 too. Like I thought he was gonna run into old girl too, but it was just the kid, the dude.
Yeah. Shuichi.
Mm-hmm.
and what's her name? Chihiro.
Mm-hmm. I like them two together.
So first of all, to me, that's just like a complete and total what the fuck, bro. So like, I didn't know what to think. I had no idea what to think because they see a dude, a kid essentially, who is there. Chihiro dropped her wallet and he's helping her find her wallet.
Right.
He finds a scent and realizes this is where Claire's sister is, and those are her friends, and they all smell like death, bro. They smell like they could kill us if anytime they wanted to. It's just a wrap. And Chihiro shook, he shook, and they're walking, not even walking very far because they were standing still for like 10 minutes. They finally take some steps forward and kind of get to like where they see that the path kind of splits. And as soon as he's like, okay, this is the one guy by himself, he's alone, we might be able to win this. And as soon as he takes that step, dude walks up behind him. And it's like, you thought you could, you said what? Like,
it literally,
this is gonna be free.
I hope if they ever do a dub version of this, he said, you said what? That is really dope.
Right, you said what, my guy?
You might what?
And what's his name? Subaru.
Yep.
So Subaru goes all out from the jump and just smashes Shuichi.
With his mom and dad,
smash
though.
him. Yeah, mom and dad. Yeah. So he grabs Shuichi with both hands and just crushes him, like crushes him.
That part I found a little stupid though.
Really?
Yeah, like they wrung his ass out and he came back and metamorphed into something fucking completely different. Like that part I don't fucking understand. Is it her power that made it happen like that? Or is it both of theirs together?
So here's what I think, right? Is that I think that
kind of tactless to me.
It's that plot armor we talked about.
That's true. That's what it is.
But what I think it is I think that Shuichi's suit itself, him being the suit, has the ability to merge. Like people merge with him, right? They go on inside of him, but he has the ability to merge with them more in terms of like just evolve them, because this is essentially like an evolution for him. So when he merges the two, you know, when they truly understand each other, how they feeling, like they felt like they both were dead and treated like trash right there. They were in sync at that moment with their rage and their anger and being thrown aside like trash because they were just destroyed utterly, that they turned into this different form. Yeah. And I loved it because the implication is that, can he do this with other people? You know? Yeah. Like if he were to merge with the dude who has the dual sword arms, you know, what the fuck is that? Like, what can he do? What can he destroy? And if Claire's sister, Elena, was planning on getting inside of him and merging with him, what was the implication? What's going to happen here? Who's getting murked? Why does she need that kind of power?
I love the fact that they showed us some flashbacks into their relationship, because apparently they had a relationship. Mm-hmm. Why
does he not remember?
Exactly. Why doesn't he know anything about it? And that baffles me. Why is it such? There's a lot of missing plot points here, and they're not even doing a good job of kind of sprinkling it in, like we talk about. It's just missing. It's just whole plot points is just gone. Like the fact that she wants to be with him. They were together. Why did they have that big giant hole and they were holding hands standing over that hole? Like, why is any of that there? I don't know if our main character has ever been concussed, or if he had, like, because all he wanted to do was live a normal life. Yeah. Like, that's it. That's all we know about the main character. And I just don't get it. I think they're going to try to pull some bullshit out of their ass to kind of explain this story. I hope
they
not.
Have to do that though, and that's the sad part. Is that's what they're gonna have to do. Yeah. And what makes that even worse is the fact that the only implication they gave us is the fact that he wanted to be completely normal.
Yes.
He didn't want to be special at all. And I mean, in that sense, it's like, why do you want to feel special or feel like you're not special? Because you clearly are overwhelmingly special at this point that we see.
But that's just after drinking this whole thing. Like, I don't.
Yeah, but he don't remember drinking that, so it's not like he has any idea.
Yeah.
So I don't know, bro. do you think that he's actually the one to kill Claire and Elena's parents?
It entirely could be. But again, that just would not make any fucking sense.
It wouldn't.
Whatsoever.
I mean, they got to make it make sense. You know, I would rather the killer of the parents be the alien.
Yeah.
But we don't know right now.
I just don't, because it's not going to make sense. I just need to get that out of my head. They're going to make it make sense, but it's not going to make sense.
They're not going to make it make sense. They're going to try to make it make sense.
They're going to try to make it make sense. But the fucking crazy part about it, and I feel like you feel the same way. This shit is entertaining. I enjoy watching it.
This was one of the more entertaining episodes.
For sure.
But it was still very weird. Old girl who is clearly an adult just got finished licking a freshman.
Yeah. Yep.
And then we just go on like nothing. And first of all, I have questions. First of all, let's just get to this question. What secrets are y'all going to tell me for me to be putting a choker around my neck that's going to kill me if I tell y'all secrets? Is it worth it? Is it the secret that the world is Illuminati? Like, I need real information. Exactly.
Again, more shit that don't make sense because their secrets isn't even that big of a fucking deal. Like, they're regular ass people that can't even fucking fight. Like, there's one combat person in this entire group. So, like, what the fuck is the point of this whole choker secret thing if they're not even offering anything? Yeah.
Right. Do you have a choker on too? Like, is it just us? Are we the only ones who gonna die? Is there a way to dispel this choker? What is the Saudi? I'm just like, yo, there's so many, like you said, so many things that could be dropped in. Like, they could have given us more information very simply and easily.
At the beginning of the show, episode 1 could have been like, maybe he wakes up from a fucking dream that has these flashbacks of a situation that happened in the past. That would make more sense as to what the fuck is leading it up to now. But the first episode was literally him living a normal fucking life until all of a sudden he got this power. He got this power because somebody wished him to have this power because they wanted to be together. So now
and that's the only progression we've gotten in the actual story.
That's it. And people love this show. And I'm not going to say it's a bad show because it's not. There's just a lot missing. Which is probably why its rating is 6.5. Oh yeah. Yep. That's where I'm at too. I'm there because I'm enjoying it. Like, and I think a 6.5 is a good, but not great.
Yeah. I have to agree. Like, it is probably still better than JoJo right now.
But I would hope so. If it's on the same level as JoJo, then I got to reevaluate my whole life.
It's barely better than JoJo right now. But there are moments that are very enjoyable. Yes, you know,
indeed.
That's the moment or the point I'm getting to. There are moments that are very enjoyable.
Yes, and it's beautiful. The music is amazing, dude.
Consistently, though.
Yes, it just never, and it's so different almost every time. It's wild. Yeah. It's wild. I enjoy the fact that his synchronization, I guess, turns him into something different. But I feel like that was an ass pull and a half.
Well, also, I guess here's a more developed theory, right? Is that the people get inside of him as a suit and they get to wear him and use him. But what happened there was more or less he took over her.
Okay.
So it's like a reverse of the suit. Like, you got a chance to do whatever you wanted with me. Now it's me taking over and doing whatever I want.
Maybe it's like the suit's true power.
Yeah. I think eventually that's what Claire is going to do. He's going to power up with Claire and he's going to be like, he's going to use her body, but still have to like his power and like her will or something like that. I don't know. Yeah.
Claire she's empty though. She ain't got shit.
I'm so happy dude called her a user too.
Yep.
I just didn't like that he liked that she was a user. Like, come on, bro. You literally said, "Oh, that's my type." Can you calm down, bro? Stop simping over an old girl who is childish and uses people to get whatever she wants.
She's pretty much useless. And I love the fact that they still show how when she's trying to climb up the mountain, how she's out of breath and everybody else is just fine, to show that she's normal, even though she's obviously a psychopath, like a sadistic
sociopath.
So yeah, sadistic sociopath, like 100%. It's interesting. It's an interesting show. I'm gonna keep. Twitter fucking loves this show. Apparently, everybody I've seen.
It's because it looks good, bro. You know, if it look good, Twitter loves it. No shade to Twitter, but that's just it.
That is what it is. You're right about that. That's funny, but I agree. Well, you want to hit us with that recap?
So we just finished talking about Gleipnir. It's been consistently weird. Weird show. Weird. Before that, we talked about Tower of God, though, and kind of just like how they're giving us these details, and we're excited for more to see Bam or Bomb kind of explode like a bomb.
Yeah.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure in its average first season. Mob Psycho 2, and how great the story is, but I don't like the animation, even though I think I like the sketchy look. But it has a great story.
Oh, it's a fantastic story.
We took our break where I gave you the recommendation of Cash Iron Sins, the post-apocalyptic human versus cyborg anime. And Polow gave you Persona 5, the animation, which is one of his favorite video games, if not his favorite video game, animated into a beautiful anime. I actually saw the beginning of it. It actually looks beautiful right off the jump. Persona 5 got some great animation, way better than Black Clover. We talked about what we were watching, how I was watching Steins Gate, and Polow is watching goodness gracious, you watching a bunch of stuff though. Hold on, what you watch?
Food Wars.
Yeah, you finished Food Wars. That
first plate and the second plate. So I'm on the third plate right now.
About to have a full course meal. Then we talked about the fact that Demon Slayer ended, and watch those spoilers on Twitter because they coming.
Yeah, stay away from those spoilers.
We started the episode with our Anime podcast shout out, because they had us on their podcast, and we're going to be featuring on their Friday episode.
Yes, and which I think is
they're
like
going to be featuring on our 51st episode, where we're going to do some fun stuff.
That shit's gonna be dope. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to that the most. This has been Mic Check Waifu episode 49. I'm at Polow Bornfly on all social media.
And I am at King Telliano on all social media.
You can follow our social medias at Mic Check Waifu on Twitter and at Mic Check Waifu on Instagram. And as always, Mic Check.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
My sweet waifu.
Is that you?
One way.